you, Stanley, understand what your wife needs. So, in your opinion, which is the best recipe to have a great love, a great romance, the best ingredients?
Oh, gosh. Well, I think it helps to be interested in the same things and to, even if you're not doing the same things, to have an appreciation for what the work that your spouse does and to um, have a lively curiosity about each other.
I think a good sexual relationship makes a huge difference.
Yes.
And the ability, there's two tests, I think.
Yeah.
Sex and travel. If you travel well together,
Oh.
it usually means you're going to have a great relationship for a long time.
Okay, that's great.
Mm.
And if you travel
I agree.
while you're having sex,
It's
which
uncomfortable.
it's uncomfortable, but I don't know what to say.
I don't either.
Well,
Get the scissors.
No, it's a good answer.
You're on a big bus. No.
His opinion. Well,
Being your bus.
the character of Julia Child is very particular. She's a loudspeaker, very theatrical.
Yeah.
How was prepared this particular character?
Well-
Mainly the particular voice that has
Yes.
Julia Child. How was preparing this?
Well, she, excuse me, she was a very familiar character to all of us growing up. She was on television for about 20 years, very famous. Many people felt they could imitate her and did. So it wasn't an unfamiliar thing, and it was easy to sort of hear the music of that voice. What was harder was to incorporate it into someone who felt not like a caricature, felt like a human being, and had a real spirit to her that was honest and authentic.
And did you participate in some class of kitchen to have a good use of the knife with the onions?
Yes, I did, because she chopped onions in the way that the cordon bleu used to teach, which is she lifted the knife off the board every time, and I've always cut things with the knife attached to the bottom so I don't kill myself, lose digits. And so I had to unlearn some of those habits to cook like her.
And are you a good cook?
I'm okay. He's great. He's a great cook.
I can cook sometimes.
But do you prefer cooking or eating? Because in the field, do you prefer eating what your
I
wife-
really prefer eating. Let's face it. Yes, yes. But I do love cooking. I like cooking for people that I
And
love.
which is your specialty cooking?
I cook mostly Italian food.
He built a pizza oven in his backyard.
Mm-hmm.
So, because it didn't cook it right inside, so you have to build a whole oven of bricks, and it was amazing.
It's beautiful. I mean, I didn't actually build it. Someone built it, but it's changed my life. My wife used to call it my mistress.
You are very time making film, making cinema. When someone is so very years making movies, do you feel that everything is learning, that nothing can surprise you when you are filming?
Oh, I feel almost the opposite. I feel like I'm always surprised, and that's part of why I like being an actor, because there's no routine. There's no routine in what we do. Every day is different. Every combination of people on a film set is different. And you never know whether going into something, if it's going to work, if it's going to be a happy experience, if it's going to be, sort of really hard, and it's a real sort of gambling life, I guess.
It's the opposite of, I think, the way most people live their lives. I mean, you acquire a certain amount of technique as you get older, but you always begin every job at the beginning.
Tabula rasa.
Right. And so you're in this, you're consciously putting yourself in a very naive place. every time you begin a job, which is a very odd way, but a really interesting way to live your life. So you're much more open to learning. So the idea is, as you get older, you want to keep knowing less.
If you can live with the uncertainty of being an actor,
Right.
that's the downside, because
Yes.
you never know if
'Cause
you're
you
going to
never
be
know.
employed again.
And finally, I know that you have said that. No, I have 13 seconds. It's just one phrase, the bon appetit, the famous bon appetit.
Oh,
Oh,
bon
Can-
appetit.
And you, Stanley,
bon appetit.
thank you so much.
My pleasure.